Hey, what is going on, you Amazon Prime shipped Sharpedos? Today we're playing some games with GreensZard. The deck has been a little bit pushed out of the meta recently because of the poor matchup to the AbilityZard, but we got a few techs in here to try and help remedy the situation. We've got the Lugia GX with the Lost Purge. If AbilityZard loses 6 energy, they can't quite do as much as they used to be able to do. So we got the Lugia GX with the Lost Purge as an option in here. We also have added a switch so we can get into the Lugia GX whenever we want, and on top of that I have added a 1-of Stealthy Hood that prevents our opponent from being able to 9 temptations up whatever we don't want them to 9 temptations up. So we can put it on our Charizard if we want to build up that in peace. We can put it, bench our Lugia early and attach it to that and build up that. Got some options with it. So yeah, those are our current tech cards to try and give us a helping hand in the ability Reshi matchup. So let's go ahead and try it out. We have cut back a little bit on the healing. We don't play the Lysander Labs, so our Malamar matchup got worse for sure. Not unbeatable, definitely got quite a bit worse though. So we did sacrifice the Malamar matchup in order to fit some of these techs in. However, Malamar isn't too ridiculously good right now, so I felt like the sacrificing a little bit of the Malamar matchup to make our AbilityZard matchup better, which is definitely the most popular deck currently. I think that's worth the trade-off. A little bit worse of a Malamar matchup. Malamar versus AbilityZard, making our AbilityZard matchup better. If you're gonna play GreensZard right now, you gotta try and help out your AbilityZard matchup, that's for sure. So that's what we're going with in this list. Everything else is pretty standard. Nothing else too different, especially after we saw the addition of like the Lusamine from Blaine Hill's list at Worlds. Kind of an inclusion right now. Getting back supporters is sometimes really nice with it. Getting back the extra stadiums sometimes really nice. I don't play the Lysander Lab, so it does lose some value, but getting back the supporters I actually still find to be pretty useful. Like when you have kind of a dead turn, and you're like, I could greens for some stuff, but I don't really need some stuff. I kind of just want like extra welders and greens in case I get stamped or for later in the game. Just using the Lusamine for the turn. Getting back a welder or greens, a stadium and a greens, a stadium and a welder and a welder, a greens and a greens. Nice options. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into some games against the AbilityZard with the scoop ups. So it's probably the 18 energy build. All right. We can get behind that. So I don't think the Lugia and Tex make this matchup super favored or anything. I think the way I like to put it is it gives us a chance. I think that's what I'll say. It gives us a chance in the matchup. Because before the matchup was pretty, I don't want to say impossible, but it was pretty close. It was pretty close to being really hard. Like the matchup was just tough, my dudes. But yeah, we definitely have a chance now with the Lugia, the Stealthy Hood, those options. It definitely give us a chance. So we'll see how it goes here in this matchup. The techs are far from extensively tested. Just a little bit of theory, about 2 games total. Then I was like, well, I kind of want to show this off to the rest of the world here. So this is what we're doing here. A little bit of testing ourselves. Ooh, the Hearth. I would really like access to that Hearth. Please put the Hearth in play. I would like to use your Hearth, sir. Very much so. Please give us the Hearth. I don't know what we want to go with immediately. We could go with the greens for Cherish Ball for Lugia and just Flare Starter to it. And this would actually give us the option with the double custom catcher to just bring something up and trap it next turn. We could also just hood our Charizard, which I think seems like another pretty viable option. I guess it depends what our opponent does. They went ahead and discarded the Hearth. That's rude. I would have really liked access to that. And they just passed though, so that's not as rude. So we're chilling, I guess. Reset Stamp is really good in this matchup. I think I want the Reset Stamp here. Yep. And we're gonna greens for Flint and Welder, I believe here. I think that's gonna be the move. Greens for Flint. Oh no, we have to go like, oh no. We're gonna greens for Cherish Ball and greens? So we could Flare Starter. Greens for Cherish Ball and greens? Ooh, doesn't sound very good. All right. Green's gonna get the Cherish Ball, and I think greens. Yeah, it doesn't sound very good, but I think it's what we have to do. The Stealthy Hood is here. The Lugia is also here. I just don't know if I want to set up the Lugia immediately and give ourselves that option immediately, or if we should just go for our Charizard because we can possibly be ahead on the Charizard play here. Let's go for the Charizard here. I think the Lugia is a nice option, but I don't think we have to like kind of put our blinders on and just kind of hone in on that immediately every time. Like I think because we can get ahead with the Charizard here, I think we should just go with the Charizard. Yeah, I like the idea of just going with Charizard here because we can get ahead on the. I should bench this though. Because we can get ahead on the Charizard attachments here over our opponent. I think we should just go for the Charizard. Yeah, it gives us like a nice little buffer here. We can like KO the Vulpix next turn too with High Heat Blast and kind of force them to attack first into us, which is also cool. That's another cool play we can kind of do next turn. We don't really have a ton of cards to get rid of out of hand. Like I want to keep the Shrine's not super important, so we could probably get rid of the Shrine. We can definitely get rid of a Great Potion in this matchup. Like if they're not one-shotting us and our Charizard lives a turn, that's usually just kind of pretty good for us, so don't really have to worry about that too much. Yeah, there's a Welder from our opponent. So there we go. A little one turn late from our opponent, but here they are finally with their Welder onto their Charizard. There's the third energy attachment. See if they get the Vulpix. That is the important thing at this point, is do they find Vulpix? And if they don't, we're chilling. We're definitely chilling if they don't have Vulpix here. We can go greens for Flint and a Welder. Just attach active, and then High Heat Blast, knock out the Jirachi. Have the 3 energy for our response double blaze on the following turn. And yeah, we're chilling. We can just start pressuring with High Heat Blast. If we're gonna win this matchup, this is what we kind of want to do. Just get this kind of gameplay going. We're gonna save the power plant for later. So yeah, we're gonna greens. Like I said, we're gonna get Flint and Welder for the turn after. Flint away, Great Potion, and Shrine here. Shrine probably won't come into play very consistently. Gonna save the power plant to go reset stamp power plant at the end of the game if we want to. But yeah, they don't have the Vulpix, so they can't pressure our bench. We're just chilling. Just gonna hit them with the High Heat Blast. We can pressure with High Heat Blast all day. If they don't deal with it, we will eventually win the game. So they have to deal with our High Heat Blast and Volcanion at some point. And if they do, and it is with the Charizard, we can just respond with Flare Strike. And if they respond with something else, we can also just bring up that Charizard now and go double blaze, knockout. Could get responded to by the Victini. That would be annoying, but they have to have it. If they don't have it, we're chilling. That's how I like to think about it. There's a lot for them to have, and we could even hit them with the reset stamp power plant as well, make it that much harder for them to have. There's a Hearth from our opponent. We have no more fire energy in the deck, so this really doesn't do anything for us, but there is the Turtonator. So they could go with just putting a bunch of energy in play on this turn. But we do have double custom catchers, so we could just like knock out Turtonator with our Volcanion here. It does have 110 HP, and High Heat Blast does do 110 damage. So we could just go for that if we wanted to. But yeah, they could have 3 energy here, 3 energy here if they wanted to on this next turn. If we knock out one of them, they can still put 3 energy on the other one. So yeah, they can do that. We'll see what they end up going with. But if they have no Vulpix, they once again cannot chase anything. So we can just go once again, High Heat Blast and swing, and we just don't care. Yeah, so that's our game plan. If they don't ever have Vulpix on the bench, we're just gonna High Heat Blast the active, force them to use something to knock out our Volcanion. And if they don't want to ever knock out our Volcanion, that's fine with me. Our Volcanion can just chill forever. An infinitely chilling Volcanion is fine with me. It gets the job done. There's the Pal Pad. We're going through the deck pretty nicely here, but still no Vulpix means I don't care. And if they do knock us out with Turtonator, we have the double custom catcher response to knock out Charizard. And then I think we also just kind of lock up the game almost for sure. And they are going with the Explosive Jet. I think this is a misplay from our opponent. I think they should have sat this Turtonator on the bench and been like, all right, if you have double custom catcher, you're gonna have to use it, and then I still have 3 energy in play. Now we get to full punish. Well, we could also just swing with Volcanion on this again and not even double custom catcher this and let them dig themselves a deeper hole into that. Or we could just go with the knockout here on the Reshi. Let's take all their options out of play here. Let's take all their energy out of play, all their options. I almost like that a little bit better, actually. Yeah, let's give ourselves more options as well. Yeah, I like this because we can also just win next turn if we get our last custom catcher. So this actually sounds kind of cool to me. Double Blaze. I guess this does mean I can get knocked out by Victini. My Charizard could get knocked out by Victini, so I guess I'm kind of playing into that a little bit. Maybe I should have rethought this a little bit. Yeah, I am playing into Charizard gets knocked out by Victini now. They still need 4 more energy in the discard pile, and then a Victini and a Welder. But that's definitely possible. Yeah, you know what? I think this was a mistake. I think I should have just attacked with High Heat Blast this turn and kept the Charizard safe on the bench. Now I feel like I'm definitely going to get punished by Victini. I can kind of feel it coming on now. We can still win the game. However, it does get a lot more difficult for our current situation because I made that play. I definitely think that was a mistake now looking back on it. I was like pretty eager into the play too. I was like, oh, this seems pretty good. Just do this thing, and that's gonna be game in a couple turns. But now that I'm thinking back on it, I'm like, well, I could have just like chilled and like killed the active Turtonator with Volcanion. They still have no Vulpix down, and their only attacker ready to go is Charizard. And then if they attack with Charizard into this, then we can respond. But it looks like they're gonna be Welder into a second Turtonator here. Oh no, we didn't kill the Turtonator. No, they're doing it to the Charizard. I was like, why is there another Turtonator? We didn't kill Turtonator. We killed Charizard. Looks like they're Weldering to their Charizard, which makes sense. And it looks like they're gonna go with an Outrage, which doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't understand this play from our opponent quite. They actually might be double blazing here. We'll see. They have. Oh, just gonna be Outrage for 30. All right. Yeah, I don't quite understand this play from our opponent, but it's a play technically. We already GX attacked, so Lugia doesn't do anything anymore, so we're just gonna go ahead and grab ourselves another Charizard. He's a pretty cool guy. I'll introduce you guys at some point. Acrobike, just gonna keep digging for stuff. Don't need the Flint anymore. Another thing I actually have changed from what has become the norm of 1 Flint, 1 Energy Spinner is I like 2 Flint. I like 2 Flint over the the other option. There's the custom catcher, so we're just gonna go ahead and use greens to go grab it. I actually didn't check my prizes this game. Don't hate me too much, please. Can get the custom catcher. I don't know, could grab a great potion, whatever. We have Flare Strike, they have a Detonate, that's game. So yeah, this matchup, not impossible. We didn't use any of our techs, but they were in the deck and we had the possibility of using them. But when they just don't draw Vulpix and whiff a Welder in the first 2 turns, we can get aggressive at the High Heat Blast, and they have to go through, they have to use something that has energy on it to go through our first Volcanion, which no one ever wants to do, but you have to do it. Didn't work out this game for our opponent. Worked out very well for us, and we take it up here over the AbilityZard with the GreensZards without even using any of our tech cards. So that's pretty cool. Right, we're up against something that has Snow Runt in it. It's never good to see. I feel like we probably won't want the Great Potion because they're probably playing to one-shot us. I don't know, we'll find out, I guess. And with another Acro Bike, I think we definitely want the Reset Stamp for later on. We still want to go with the greens here if we can find it. No greens, so it is going to be the Welder for 1 fire. Oh no, the weak Welders, man. Never a good sign. And no good follow-up. Alright, this one is already looking super rough. The Acro Bike's didn't find us anything. The Pokegear didn't get us a greens. The Welder, we did get the Welder, but it didn't draw us into anything. So yeah, not in such a great spot to start this one off. Still plenty of room for comeback, but gonna be rough, man. Gonna be a rough one here for sure. Because even if we top deck something like a Welder, we do not have, even if we top deck something like a Welder, we don't have any energy. If we top deck the energy, we don't have the Welder. Yeah, we really needed this thing to get us a greens for sure. Probably would have greens for Flint plus greens. Yeah, giving ourselves some more options. Maybe our opponent's not having a super good start. They're reset stamping us. Okay, we will take that 100% of the time and then some. Not into anything particularly good. There's a Steven's Resolve from our opponent. So if I had to guess, I would say they're probably playing Zander's Checkmate deck going on here. That's what I would assume is going on here, is the Checkmate shenanigans deck that Zander Pero invented. So we got an Acrobike. We need to find ourselves needed to find ourselves a Welder. No such luck. I wonder if they would go for trying to get this thing to attack next turn. I think we should just go for the Outrage here. I'm gonna bench this so we have something to play with on the next turn, and then Outrage. We'll see if they went for plus energy or not. If they did go for that, we can potentially win the game with this. There's a recycle energy, so it looks like the answer is not. They did not go for the full combo play. They're just gonna have to retreat into the Buzzwole and hit us for 30. We can GX attack and knock it out, but I really don't want to GX attack knock it out. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do on my turn as a follow-up, we don't have a ton of options. I would like to Flare Strike this. That would be fine. Currently can't. But our opponent looks like they have no follow-up at all. Just to see, so slow game, really slow game here. There's a Volcanion. That's kind of cool. Yeah, like I said, I don't really want to GX. Knock this thing out. I don't think we want to put power. We could put the power plant in play, I guess. And remove this Ultra Space. I guess I like that kind of. At the very least. We could hold on to this in case we top deck Welder, but if we top deck Fire, which is more likely, we'd want to be able to attack. We could just GX this, but that seems... let's just go for the GX attack, actually. Yeah, let's just do it. Doesn't feel great. But we need something here, I feel like, man. Get this extra card off the prize. Pokegear, that's a pretty good one to find off the prizes there. So yeah, I think that'll be fine. We'll go with the... Get that prize card. 2 more cards to work with on the next turn. Our top deck plus our prize card. And we're going to hope it's enough. We do have the counter stadium immediately. I didn't really mind putting it in play, though, because we do play the Lusamine. The other power plant was in the deck as well, so... I can get quite a few power plants this game. And that's what I was trying to prevent, was this... The Ganadel right here from coming down. And being able to use the Ultra Conversion. There's the Recycle Energy again on this Snow Run. Custom for 1. That's cool to see. And then, yeah, we're trying to prevent this guy from being able to use the Ultra Conversion ability by putting the Power Plant in play. Also, Dedenne. The deck does play Dedenne, so we want to stop Dedenne from being used as well. So there's a couple things Power Plant potentially stops our opponent from doing. Looks like didn't really prevent any of them, but that's fine. We'll see. They got the communication here. See what they're going to grab. Off that, I would assume a way to draw cards or another Ultra Conversion here. Yeah, another Ultra Conversion. But they might be getting rid of it with Ultra Conversion. Nope, evolving it. Alright. Leaving themselves just on the Poiple right now for ways to do, what's it called? To evolve. Only 1 out to the Stinger. Alright, but they're cruising just fine now, it looks like. 2 Ultra Conversions down. Another Calm. It could get another Ultra Conversion, I guess. But they do need to save room for Stinger. I feel like they can't win this matchup without Stinger. I feel like they really need to use Stinger. Yeah, second Snow Run. Okay, so they're setting up for the plays that we have to deal with. Alright. Can Outrage kill this Snow Run? I don't know if they're going to leave this Snow Run in their active. They probably won't. They'll probably retreat to Poiple, but we'll see. I'm not convinced of them doing anything right now. They can't use Steven's Resolve this turn, so they can't set up any like ideal play, that's for sure. It's just going to be holding it. That makes sense to me. And yeah, we're going to go with the Pokegear. Found ourselves a Welder. We are going to Welder to our active. Draw some cards. And that's why holding the Fire... Oh, we got the Fire Energy off the prizes, didn't we? Or we top decked the Fire Energy. Still worked out. 3, 6. So there's only 6 prize cards in play. Benching Volcanion really shouldn't be that big of a deal. I don't really want to put this energy anywhere for the same reason. Find a Welder. We're going to want it. I don't really need a bench of Volk, though. We don't want to get reset stamped into them, actually, though. So I think we're actually going to bench all of them. Change my mind there. They're not going to be able to really, like, chase them down and draw 6 prizes. Especially because they didn't bench the Snow Run. They're not going to be able to, like, draw 6 prizes through these guys. So I think this is just fine to play it out like this. We just want to try and hold our healing card. So if they do go for the Stinger play, which it looks like they're going for, our healing cards aren't going to matter, I guess. They're going to go bench Frostlass, or bench Snowrun, bench Ditto, Stinger, or that's what they're going to try and go for. They might not have the full combo, or might not be able to pull off the full combo right now. But that's the ideal play that they're going to try and set up. And we have not been able to really play this game at all, so we have no way to kind of stop them from doing what they're trying to do. Which kind of stinks. We don't really have any control over this game at all. Because we've been drawing so poorly. We can't even like pull off any combos or anything that we want to next turn. We're just kind of at the mercy of our top deck at this point, and it's not looking good. We'll see what our opponent pulls off here. We'll see if they get the Ditto and the Snow Run. The deck plays 2 Snow Run, 1 Ditto. So to get the Ditto and the Snow Run, I think we'll probably just end up losing. Oh, but there is the Recycle attached. So they didn't get the combo this turn, so we're still fine. There's a Mew, so they're going to sacrifice the Mew to us this turn. But if we can double Custom Catcher and knock out this thing, we are in a great spot. So that's going to be our game plan here. A Reset Stamp, that's fine with me. My hand had absolutely nothing going on in it. We got a Reset Stamp and a Greens. That's double Custom, bring up the Stinger, knock it out. So we've got our game plan. We're going to knock out the Stinger, get rid of that thing, and then win the game. that's going to be it. I think that'll be pretty much the game. I don't know what else our opponent would possibly be able to do to stop us from winning the game. They might be able to come up with something. We'll see here in a second. They did reset stamp us. Trying to make it so we don't have custom catcher. If I was them, I'd probably, well, yeah. I mean, I guess this was the turn, right? This is the turn we're going to try and chase it. So we had more cards in our last hand than we do right now. So kind of makes sense for our opponent to hit us with the, what's it called right then. And now I have no idea what they're doing. Taking their time. Already attached, already retreated. Thank you. There's a welder. We do have the greens though, so we're going for that custom catcher. We have another custom catcher left, so we're gonna go for another greens. I'm gonna go for greens and custom catcher. I'm gonna go with attached to a Volcanion, I think. Yeah, we're gonna double custom, bring up the stinger, so they can't stinger us next turn. And then we are going to Flare Strike, because we didn't Flare Strike last turn. We outraged and knocked this guy out. Down to 2 prize cards, so we're set up. Oh, that's what I wanted off my prizes as well. I wanted the switch, so we can go switch, hard retreat, greens for double custom, custom up another GX, win the game. That was what I was looking for off my prizes, was the switch. So we pretty much have game set up. Our opponents used both their reset stamps. I guess it's possible they've added in a third to the deck. But if I had to guess, they're probably playing a Zander's exact 60, which means they probably only have the 2. If I had to take a guess, I would guess on 2 reset stamps. They played both. They can't disrupt our hand. That should be game. We just gotta let our opponent go through the motions. They got themselves another Poiple. They're looking for Brock's Grit here so that they can shuffle the Stinger back into the deck and then reuse it next turn. That's what they're going to be looking for here. There's that double custom from our opponent, so we don't even need to retreat the Lugia. We can just switch him, and then greens for the double custom. They're going in with the Psy Power here. So yeah, there's like no way we ever lose this game at this point. Even if they would knock this guy out with a Frostlass on the next turn, knock it out with a Volcanion, maybe set up another Charizard to take the last 2 prizes here. Like, there's just no way our opponent would ever win at this point. Especially down 3 custom catchers, we can safely bench another Charizard and then get it ready to go. So yeah, no possible way for our opponent to win the game. Even if we didn't have this play, but we have this play, so it makes it that much easier. Double customs, switch into Charizard as we got it off the prize cards, and then double custom up, then again at GX to knock it out. Boom, that's it. Flare Strike. Easy dub. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the video on GreensZard. We didn't get to really showcase the Lugia too much, but it's going to be hard to like actually get it to work and then showcase it. I kind of just wanted to like show you guys the list for the most part, show you the tech options that are available for the deck to give yourself a little bit better of a chance against AbilityZard. That's all I was really trying to do. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a like. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. How have you guys been able to deal with AbilityZard as GreensZard? Playing a standard list, I haven't had too much success, and I've been beating up on GreensZard quite a bit with AbilityZard myself, so it's been going both ways. But the Lugia has definitely helped out a little bit. The Stealthy Hood has helped out as well, so we're going to continue playing GreensZard in this mode. I feel like something has to be added to the deck. That's what I've included. Have you guys included something different? Let me know. That's it. Have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching, and peace.